So if you understand how to get attention with video, you're able to partner up with a brand, essentially like affiliate marketing for the larger scale. It is him studying things that never changes in the whole human race. There are things that people will always want. People will always want comfort. People will always want ease of use. People will always want convenience. So if you can tie all of this into anything that you do, yeah, like people have always been saying, oh, e-commerce is dead, e-commerce is dead. But hey, how come we're having millionaires and billionaires still coming out of this industry? I just studied that every luxury brand the high-end luxury brands always have people on a wait list, and it also just speaks to exclusivity. There's this book by Ted Nicholas called How to Sell High-Ticket Products. It's a very, very old book, but it teaches you the psychology behind how to sell anything priced above $3,000, from $3,000 to $4 million. You can use the psychology behind that to sell it. And I've also always studied OGs of direct mail. I mean, Eugene Schwartz literally gave the blueprints to selling anything on earth. And he didn't even use the internet back then, and he made $400 million selling products, right? So I just obsess about who are the goats in each space and what have they done differently, and how can I take cues from that and apply it to what I am doing, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the main thing.
That's really good, man. The fundamentals. I feel like it speaks to the fundamentals. Let me ask you, did you wear that watch to this weekend?
Yeah, I did. Trust me, I did.
That's smart.
I did. Yeah. Everybody keeps asking, what watch is that? I'm like, yeah, that's my brand. It's a conversation starter. Yeah. I wore the two, so I wore this one on some, and then I wore this one on some, because this was like a custom make in the beginning for a friend of mine, Juvia. And now it's like, yeah, I just want to share as much as I can with the world about what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're gonna get a Saudi prince wearing them soon at this rate. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's something for sure. Because I'm literally talking to people who are in the corridors of power, and so life is great, man. It's crazy, because for me before, I never really cared about building a personal brand. I just focused on building businesses. And I only started documenting my journey online in October 2018. And like, you get people who will come at you, but then I listened to something by Ryan Serrant on This Is Netflix called Owning Manhattan. It says, so I'm just going to read it to you because I wrote it down in my notebook. He was chastising one of his staff. It's like, you spend so much of your time trying to get noticed instead of spending your time trying to be great. If you spend half your time just trying to be great, you'll be so great, everyone would have to notice you. So, and Nabarabikan says, like, don't worry about people who are playing status games, because they are just trying to gain status by attacking people who are playing the games of wealth, right? So when you're focused on building wealth, there are always constantly coming at you, but it's like, that's how they get their own validation. That's how they get their own quick fix. You get your own validation by building something so great is that you're suddenly unignorable, right? Cal Newport wrote a book on...
Real quick, if you appreciate these clips and interviews that I put forward for you, then please make sure you use our Shopify link in the description to start your own Shopify business with an exclusive deal. And also make sure you check out akemulab.com for additional resources, free tools, guides, and just a lot of interesting stuff that will help your journey, even some software deals that are exclusive to akemulab.com. So make sure you do that and continue watching the video.
Be so good that no one can ignore you. So I just love doing cool shit and then being able to talk about the cool shit that I've done instead of trying to gain on irrelevant clout.
Yeah, that's smart. I love that quote. I saw that actually in My First Million podcast. They talked about that same exact quote from that show. And I thought it was so good, man. I think it speaks volumes to like how you should approach growth in entrepreneurship. And I think a lot of people see it totally backwards. Like you're saying, like they'll rent the Lambo to make the ad instead of like, make so much money that they can buy a Lambo type of thing, It's just backwards mentality. But let me ask you this. What do you see, because you've been around for a long time. What do you think let's talk about e-commerce specifically, since my audience is largely e-commerce entrepreneurs. What do you see right now as like a unique opportunity that e-commerce entrepreneurs could capitalize on, that, let's say, similar to back when, let's say it was like 2017 or something like that? Do you see anything like
TikTok shop? TikTok shop, bro. Like, see, sometimes I'm like, I wish I wasn't born in Nigeria. Like, if you are in America or in a first world country, you have zero excuses to be broke, because you can literally make videos. If you get so good at making videos and then go on TikTok and go partner with brands that have amazing products, TikTok shop right now is like the gold rush of the olden days of e-commerce, where you could just spend $5 on advertising and make like $500 back in the same day, right now. And it will never continue to be like that forever, because we know there's always this initial gold rush. Everybody swoops to something and then they start tweaking it little by little by little by little, and the barriers to entry starts rising. So if you know how to create amazing content and you can get as much eyeballs as possible, the emotional hot buttons to trigger by understanding direct response marketing, and you can make very good content. Yeah, I mean, these guys, I think they are called Poop to Gold. The guys behind Russell Brunson's, they handle the media for Russell Brunson and all of these OGs in the industry. And it's two brothers, right? I think they are called the Eman brothers.
I have heard of those.
Amon brothers. Yeah, they understood how to build media, and they understood how to drive traffic with the media. And those two things are some of the biggest in-demand skills ever. So if you understand how to get attention with video or even text formats, but video right now, because that's where the gold rush is at, and you're able to partner up with a brand, it's literally like affiliate marketing for the larger scale. So yeah, TikTok shop. And then also AI will revolutionize the entire industry. One of the things that we're looking to implement when it comes to Phoenix watches is also augmented reality for people who are shopping. And so when you want to buy the watch, you can go on the website. Well, this is a long-term goal, not something we're executing on immediately, but you can go on the website and you can know how it feels on your hand, see the size of the watch on your hand, so you are able to get that matches your wrist, and you don't have to go ahead and resize where you get it or anything like that, right? So there's so much that is happening right now, and some things will never change. I read this book by Morgan Ansel. Actually, it is right here before me, and it is called Same as Ever. It is him studying things that never changes in the whole human race. There are things that people will always want. People will always want comfort. People will always want ease of use. People will always want convenience. So if you can tie all of this into anything that you do, like people have always been saying, oh, e-commerce is dead, but hey, how come we're having millionaires and billionaires still coming out of this industry, right?